Namaste, salam, because this is interreligious. We have a lot of people coming from the other faiths also. So I welcome everyone who need a little bit about what is holistic therapist all about. She focuses, or the holistic therapist focus on the person's physical, emotional, social and spiritual well-being. She is also an eminent spiritual thought leader in the realms of happiness, corporate wellness, where she has contributed to healing, transformation and change management for organizations and for individuals. She is also a social entrepreneur and an internationally awarded author and a global speaker who has also been on the panel of webinar by the UN and the Vatican in 2020, and a spiritual keynote speaker at the UN 14th CIFA International in France in 2016 and many such other prestigious platforms. She is also a co-founder of World Interfaith Harmony and Unity Mission. And she is also a co-chair of the Golden Door Forum Singapore. She is a director for the Unity and Diversity India chapter of Global Dialogue Foundation and enlisted as the top 20 women in happiness coaching and wellness. So we are really proud, we are honored that she is here with us today. As a distinguished globally awarded energy healing medium, happiness and wellness coach and expert, and a recognized voice in interfaith harmony, conscious leadership and conscious living, Roshani Shenazz continues to empower, enable and inspire lives globally. And one more feather in the cap is Roshani has also been in the film industry, very closely associated with the Whistling Woods, and I am really honored, we all are honored that she is here with us today with the IRDC and with the Sacred Heart Church for this auspicious occasion of the 75th Republic Day celebration of our country. I would request Francis to please unfurl the flag, come forward, and I would also request Roshni ji to please come forward and do the unfurling of the flag. Please, Roshni. And I would request each and every parishioner, please stay attention. Salami Day!
Before saying anything else, I would like to begin that my greeting as a namaste is not just a mere greeting or gesture of welcome or any religious aspect. Namaste in its profound meaning means the God within me bows down to the God within you. The consciousness within me bows down to the consciousness within you. The potential within me bows down to the potential within you. And with that, let's give a big God bless to our wonderful, beautiful country on this auspicious occasion of the 75th Republic Day. So let's say a big God bless loudly. God bless India! God bless India! As this important day, the critical part of it is what we know or what we remember to action about this day. We all know briefly about the Indian Constitution. We know Baba Saheb Ambedkar as the father of the Indian Constitution, and he was the chairman of the drafting committee. And with the preamble that was adopted on 26th November 1949, and then it was actioned on 26th of January 1950. Now we always, the key thing that we remember out of the Constitution is our fundamental rights, right? Yes or no? Yes. But the critical sacrosanct part of the Indian Constitution actually, which came in much later, was the fundamental duties as Indian citizens. I think it is not just fundamental duties as Indian citizens, but as universal citizens. that we need to embed in our lives so that we can create a pathway for ourselves, for our family, and for future generations on how to live consciously. For me, I feel if we actually go to study the Indian Constitution, it is a moral compass in its own being. If the 11 fundamental duties are, really adhered to or really paid attention to. And to go by the saying, ask not what the country is doing for you, but what you are doing for the country. Whether it is the small things in our life, from cleanliness to eradicating discrimination, disparity, arrogance, ego, rudeness, these are the small things that make up the large ocean. Every drop counts. So today, on this auspicious day, I would like to share that let us uphold this part of the Constitution, which is our fundamental duties, and action them in our daily lives. Infuse them in our daily lives so that we can truly transform our own lives and that of the society and the country. That we can teach our children the true way of living and to be proud of this country. Everything and everyone has their own shortcomings. Nobody is perfect, only God is perfect. And in that shortcomings, we need to make the best of what we have. And to know that every step we take, we need to be proud of where we have come rather than cribbing about where we still have to finish and go. And living our lives with the Indian Constitution of the fundamental duties, reading it to our children, allowing them to understand the depths of it, will be next to religion, I feel. A pathway to being a good human being. First, then a good Indian, and then a good Zoroastrian, Christian, Hindu, Sikh, Muslim, whoever that we are as identity. But the first very identity of us as human beings is the most crucial thing. And that can happen when we understand our duties as a human being. So that we move away from this entire rat race of discrimination, infighting, and everything that is taking away so much of energy and not leading us anywhere. So I would like to share with you these two fundamental duties out of the 11. There were 10 earlier. The 11th one was introduced in 2002. But the two duties which I feel close to my heart, and if we have to just follow these two, the first one is the third duty, which says, uphold and protect the sovereignty, unity and integrity of India. If we ask every day when I wake up, how can I do this in my small capacity? You will see that you will be creating a beautiful world around you. And then the 10th one, which says, strive towards excellence in all spheres of individual and collective activity so that the nation constantly rises to higher levels of endeavor and achievement. How beautiful is that? Aren't we doing that right now?
Yes.
Meeting as a community of human beings at this beautiful sacred space and committing to ourselves, committing to our next generation. As another wise saying says, we have not inherited this earth or the world. We have borrowed it from our next generation. So let us give them back this world in a more beautiful condition than we got it, so that they can remember us as a generation which gave them something fruitful, which gave them something beautiful, and not gave them eons of lifetimes to heal and repair damaged goods. So I would like each of you to just put your hands, right hand on your heart, everybody. And if we could commit, and just say this, and we can say this aloud. Let's say this aloud. I commit to uphold the glory of my country, and all of life, by living my fundamental duties, as a universal citizen, of this Mother Earth. Thank you so much for having me and listening to me with love and intent. And I hope that all the love, goodness, compassion, mercy, and abundance of this world and God's choicest blessings are showered upon you and your loved ones and our beautiful country. Thank you so much once again. Jai Hind! Jai Hind! Vande! Mataram! Vande! Mataram! Vande! Mataram!
Thank you so much रोशनी जी. And रोशनी जी is actually उन्होंने रोशनी कर दी हमारे सबकी आंखों में by ensuring that we follow the fundamentals. And charity begins at home, so let's start it from our own selves, our own families, and inculcate that to the next generation. Thank you so much, Roshani ji. And I would request Father John, our parish priest, to please come forward and address the crowd.
Our respected Archbishop guest today, Sir Roshani, we are happy that you are here with us, and beautiful message for us. I don't want to carry on. She has already said so many things, and I have prepared something, but I end up with saying three things. As citizens of the country, let us all know our rights. On this completed or 75th year, come. I think this is a country where we have these people from the beginning of the Independence Day. Please come and join us. Yes, we are proud that our country is growing as young as they are. Yeah? Let's put our hands for our country as well, the nation as well. I take this opportunity also to thank the organizers, all of you, along with Father Michael, who has been a great resource person for us, and having him in our parish is a blessing because he is the one who has been deputed by Rome to be inter-religious dialogue to carry on in our country, in our nation. So let's put our hands together for this great person here. Again, I wind up saying, Jai Hind. Happy Republic Day to you. God bless us.
I would now request Natasha to please come forward and say the vote of thanks.
A very good morning to all. On behalf of our Interreligious Dialogue Cell, I would like to thank our parish priest, Father John Mascarenhas, Father Edwin Vaz and the clergy team for the support. I would also like to express a deep sense of gratitude to our chief guest, Ms. Roshani Shenazz, for accepting our invitation and being with us here today. Father Dr. S.M. Michael, SVD Professor Emeritus of Cultural Anthropology, University of Mumbai. He is the Secretary of Bombay Archdiocese Commission for Interreligious Dialogue. We thank you for being present with us here today. Not to forget our IRDC members who have put up this program and made it a success. At last but not the least at all, our parishioners who have been present here, we thank you for being involved with us in celebrating the 75th Republic Day. Thank you.
Thank you, Natasha. Thanks a lot. And I once again thank Roshani ji to please, accepting this invitation, beautifully telling us about what we should do in terms of starting something from our home, from our own individual selves. I thank each and everyone who has gathered here today and giving your time, your precious time, especially our parishioners who always support us in all these activities. Thank you so much once again. Jai Hind! Jai Hind! Jai Hind! Vande! Mataram! Vande! Mataram! Vande!